Also happening this Sunday here on KPIX television, and film lovers will celebrate the 81st Golden Globe Awards.
Yeah, the red carpet rolled out and the stage is set for one of Hollywood's biggest parties of the year, from Barbie to Oppenheimer and more. Last year was packed with some amazing nominees.
Well, this morning, film journalist Randy Myers joins us to talk about some of the top nominees, the snubs, and the dark horses. So we're going to talk about your picks, but first, good morning. How are you today?
Good morning, Gianna, and thank you, Reed, for having me on today. This is going to be an exciting time, right, on Sunday night?
Oh, I think so, with a lot of the different option stuff. But yeah, no, give us some of your top picks.
Okay, I'm going to just preface that there's going to be a lot of Hollywood coming out because this has been after the strikes, so you're going to get all sort of red carpet treatment, and it's going to be really fun. I'm going to go through this rather quickly because we have a lot to go through. For Best Motion Picture Drama, we have the nominees of Oppenheimer, Killers of the Flower Moon, Maestro, Past Lives, The Zone of Interest, and Anatomy of a Fall. I think this year it's going to be Oppenheimer. Remember, this was also filmed a little bit in Berkeley on campus, in fact. It is one of the ones that I think is going to emerge this year. It's going to be Christopher Nolan's year, I predict. And, there's other ones in here. I think for Best Motion Picture Musical or Comedy, it will be Barbie. That's one that just has the momentum to go through. And you think about it, taking a Mattel doll, making a feminist take on it with such inventive and innovation. It's amazing what Greta Gerwig did, along with Margot Robbie and Ryan Gosling. For Best Actor, you have a lot of different choices in here, but Bradley Cooper poured his heart and his soul into making Maestro, and I think he might be rewarded there. So we'll see what happens on that. I just don't think that he is the best choice in there. I think Coleman Domingo is a very good choice, who's also in Rustin. You can watch that now on Netflix. And I also really think Andrew Scott deserves a lot more attention than he's getting for All of Us Strangers. Unfortunately, that was not included in there he was included there for Best Actor, but he's not gaining that momentum.
I feel you on the point you make about Rustin just being loyal to the Bay Area and knowing the Bay Area connections, our LGBTQ plus community, and also partly written by Dustin Lance Black, a friend of mine. I would really love to see Rustin get a win as well.
Wouldn't it be great? I mean, and Coleman Domingo is such a great actor. He's also in The Color Purple, which I think is an incredible performance, and a Best Supporting Actor role, which I would love to see him get more traction on that.
Randy, one of the new categories was cinematic box office achievement. So you've got some of these big blockbuster movies you don't often see getting nominated on these bigger award shows like the Golden Globes and the Oscars. Taylor Swift Eras Tour, the concert movie, is nominated. Do you feel like, though, because we had this conversation a little bit earlier, we feel like Beyonce also was someone that should have been noted or recognized in that category. Do you think that's a bit of a snub this year?
I do. I like Beyonce. Bring her on in. It wasn't the box office juggernaut that actually you had with Taylor Swift. And speaking of Taylor Swift, the great thing about that one category is that Taylor Swift is planning to attend. So you're talking about numbers that are going to go off the charts. Will she bring that special someone with her? Supposedly not, but we'll see. Anything can happen in Hollywood.
Yeah, and we've seen so many changes, especially where the Oscars are concerned, expanding the voter base to include an eye to recognizing diversity in filmmaking, making a way for more diverse space in filmmaking. I have to say, I'm a little disappointed. I felt like The Color Purple was under-nominated. Beyonce kind of snubbed. On that note, the changes the Golden Globes made, I don't know that we actually see that translated into the nominees.
I think you make a very good point, because why Color Purple? The only musical in that category is not nominated, right? And it's a comedy and musical category, or musical. And it's a really good film. I think it deserves a lot more props. I think also who was snubbed was, it hasn't come out to the Bay Area yet, is Ava DuVernay's Origin, which has not gained any traction. And she went out and funded that film herself to get it made. It's amazing. She got grants. She did everything to make this incredible film, and I wish that would be one that's gaining more traction. But Reed, you make a really good point. I think that there's still certain things, like I'd like to see The Zone of Interest getting in there as Best Picture. That's my #1 pick. That comes out next weekend in the Bay Area, but it's a tough one. But I agree with you. There are the reflection of some of these. There's slight improvement, but we'd like to see much more, right?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, Randy Myers, we appreciate your insight and all of your information to get us ready for this Sunday's Golden Globes. We'll be live right here on CBS, Paramount Plus, and KPIX.
Thank you, you two. I hope it's not as long as The Killers of the Flower Moon.
It's a long movie.
Right?
My
Thanks a
mantra
lot.
this morning, Fantasia, Fantasia,
I know.
Fantasia, Fantasia.
I love it. That's great.
Thank
Yeah.
you so much.
Thanks, Randy.
Okay, well,
Bye.
let